I cannot believe I'm saying this, but that's a wrap on the Mississippi Center music video. We had my littlest brother, Anders, with us today, who was the biggest help, so much help. But after, I wrote this song like 4 or 5 years ago with Michael Capella. It's so much work that has culminated today, and I am so grateful to everybody involved. So that video is from 18 months ago. I was back home in the Midwest visiting some family and friends, and I was on the cusp of releasing a single that I had written with my co-writer Michael Capella called Mississippi Sinner. And in preparation for the release of this single, I wanted to film a music video on the banks of the Mississippi River, very close to where I grew up. I'm in Dubuque, Iowa, where I grew up on the Mississippi. Now, at this time in 2018, I had just started my branding business, and I didn't have a lot of extra money to throw at video production or hiring people to be a part of this project. In fact, the way that I recorded the video in the first place was a total work trade with one of my very close friends who owned a studio and also was a music producer. So yeah. My brother was directing and filming it, and then my littlest brother was holding light reflectors to make sure that light would hit my face because we had no extra lighting. We had to use the sunlight, which is often best, but basically $40 to create an entire music video. Now, why am I telling you this? It's because I want you to know that a budget doesn't have to be a barrier to your dreams. If you want to do something, there's a way that you can figure out how to do it. Whether it's work trade like I did or soliciting your friends and family members to help you, you can figure out a way to make whatever it is that you want. So don't allow money to be a barrier or a roadblock that you put in front of yourself as you step out to create something new. However, I think it's really important that I touch on this next part, which is truly why I waited 18 months to release this video. I'm getting ready to film Mississippi Sinner today. My brother is going to be directing it, and yep, ready to go. And really it was one thing, fear. And specifically insecurity. You know, there was a part of me, and let me just back it up and say, in the 20 and 29 challenge that I've created for myself, it's all based on letting you get to know me so that I can have the privilege of getting to know you. And so I'm just gonna be brutally raw and honest in this video. And at that time, in 2018, while on one hand, I thought it was so cool that I was throwing budget to the wind, like I don't need any money to create, I can do whatever I need to and figure it out. The other part of me was deeply fearful and insecure. You know, the questions that went through my head were something like, what if I can't truly pull this off? What if we film it and it sucks and it somehow goes viral online and people are making fun of me, or something along those lines, you know, worst case scenario fears. And at the end of 2018, when this song came out, I started a process of deconstructing basically my whole belief system. And so I released this song, and I had big plans to release 2 more songs and the video for Mississippi Sinner, but after I released everything, sorry, not everything, just the song, I crashed. It was like physically and emotionally, I just couldn't handle any more output. And then if you followed along with the ebook that I wrote called Didn't Break Me, which you can find on my website, and I also have a song called Didn't Break Me that I released in 2019, you'll know that 2019 was my rock bottom, where when I talk about that set of beliefs that was holding me back, I was slammed up against all of them. And it was like I had to see them and all of my fear clear as day and decide whether or not I wanted to keep living, carrying those fears and insecurities and limiting beliefs, or try and find a better way. And so 2019 was my rock bottom, but it was also my year of healing. And so trying to release this video during a year that was just so vulnerable and scary and sad and happy and all of these different things, it just didn't feel like the timing was right. I didn't want to put myself out there in a vulnerable way to be judged, because I was so delicate. And so now I'm coming out on the other end of all of that after a lot of work and self-discovery, and I'm ready to release this video. And so, yes, I have fear and insecurity like everybody else. But the reason I'm telling you that is not because I want you to give me comments of like praise. That's not why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because I want to normalize the fact that we all experience fear and doubt and insecurity, whether it's about the way we look or our bodies or the worthiness of our art or the worthiness of our message. We all experience shame and thoughts that are negative, especially when we are putting ourselves out there in a really big way. And so I want to, by sharing my own story and this kind of journey and this arc, normalize the fact that when we put ourselves out there, when we are truly living our lives, these experiences are part of the human experience. I know that was redundant, but it's true. So whatever it is that you feel fear about doing, I want you to feel encouraged in knowing that you're not alone in having doubt about it, but don't allow that doubt to dictate your decisions or your ability to move forward. And so today, here I am. It's the day before I'm releasing this video, and I'm so fucking proud of it. And here's why. Is the video perfect? No. Is it good? Yeah. And I don't need to be perfect. Things don't need to be perfect. I don't need to compare my first music video with Britney Spears' 10th music video that had a $2 million budget, okay? They're two totally different things. And I can still be equally proud of the work that I'm putting out, even though I don't have a team of people behind me producing it or making it happen. And so all that to say, I want to encourage you and pour into you and tell you that if I can do this and find my brother to film me, or my other brother to hold a little light thing, or my husband in the Didn't Break Me video, which is coming out next Friday, to film it for me with this tripod that I'm using right now, you can figure out a way to make whatever it is that you want to do happen. And if you need ideas, DM me. I will help you brainstorm. But don't allow your perceived roadblocks to stop you from moving forward. There is a way forward. You just have to get creative and you have to find solutions. So don't allow you to be your worst enemy in this process. I know what that feels like because I've done it. Don't do it. And I want to say one more thing. And that is this. Don't be afraid to be dormant. And just like with everything in life, there is a yin and a yang. And I don't regret throughout 2019 pulling back and not being so socially available whether it was online or in my real life, because I needed that time to go back into the soil, to heal, to reroot, to do what I needed to do to come out a better, healthier version of myself. So don't let things block you. If you want to do something, you can figure out a way. But also, if you need space and time to be dormant for a while so you can heal and grow and come out on the other end a better, newer, bigger version of yourself, then take that time and do it. But essentially, 19 months later, here we are. This song was written 5 or 6 years ago, and Mississippi Sinner is dropping tomorrow. And who knows what will happen? And I'm okay with whatever is going to happen. I think, again, going through 2019 and just drilling down into who I really am and what I believe and what I stand for and what I really want. And that is to create stuff from the depths of my heart that I hope will entertain people, but also encourage people to live their own lives in a way that feels tailored and true and authentic and aligned to them. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Whether I make $1 million doing it or $10, I know in my heart that I'm aligned and doing exactly what I feel like I was put on this planet to do. So that's the skinny. That's why I waited 19 months to release this video. If you want to know more about me, visit JaclynSteeleInternational.com or find me on Instagram at Jaclyn Steele. I want to hear from you. DM me. I will respond to you. Again, if I can help you brainstorm cool ideas of how to do things, I will help you do that. And this was day, let's see, we're on day like 14 of the 20 and 20. So we're coming into the home stretch. Anyway, light, love, peace. Go be big today. Go be big. You can do it. And here's a teaser for the video. Preach